So anyway, hi.
Hi.
I'm Brian. This is Shaylee.
Hello.
Uh, we are, just been, thinking about doing vlogs, and we'll call ourselves. I think we decided on a little bit of a big mess because we just are a
Yes,
mess in
that's
general.
it. There we go. I was like, what did we call ourselves? It's been so long.
Yes, I lost all the material from the previous iteration. Let's not worry about it. I guess a little bit about us. We both have cerebral palsy.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically a brain damage injury at birth. Most likely, most comparable to a stroke as
Yeah,
a
it's the
baby.
kid version of a stroke, and the effects are
Yeah.
more or less permanent and mildly slightly progressive as we age, but like not in the way that like it's going to kill us or anything. Just
Yes. I forget what we have. Which version we have.
spastic diplegia,
That one. That one. That's it.
which basically means mostly our legs are affected. In my case, it's both my legs and one of my arms. Ryan, I'm not sure where you fall on that continuum.
Um, just the general body. The body's just all fucked. It's fine. Actually, mostly it's my lower body is just not good. My upper body, my left side is, for lack of a better term, extremely weak. Uh,
Yes, it is the bad side.
right side fine. I can
Same,
I
actually.
can like dribble a basketball and be the best ever. And then
Which is impressive because even I can't do it. Like I'm not sporty. Anyway, getting
we'll
sidetracked.
we'll get
Squirrel
there. We'll
train.
get we'll get to the bios and whatever else in a minute. But yeah, that's just a small tidbit. Uh,
Oh, also important to note, we are a couple.
we are indeed. We've known each other for
3 years
close
ish.
to, like, we're halfway to 4 years, which
Yeah, I
is
guess we. Yeah,
which is actually
which is
wild to think about. Oh,
yeah.
excuse me. We'll get into. I guess we can get into our history, I suppose. Um, uh, she pursued me initially.
Yeah.
Is
I was a
facts.
little bit of a stalker. Not in a
Is
creepy way,
fact.
but like.
No, no, it's creepy. Let's be real. It's creepy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's fine. We actually we didn't, like, she started a couple years ago at the university, like, in our town, or
Yes.
I guess it's not our town, but in
Well,
our area
yours.
ish. Um, and I was already there and had been for like 7 to 8 years.
Yes.
Um, and she came up to the computer lab one day. I think you before that had saw me in my little spot there, but
Yeah, your little like entryway surrounded by windows of sunshine that I miss desperately. Anyway,
yes. I'm okay. Let's get this little background here.
yes.
So the
Before we get into that story, I feel like we should give a little bit of like individually who we are and how I ended up at the university.
Oh,
That
sure,
yeah.
yeah. Start with that. Go ahead. Yeah, do that.
Okay, so individual background. I am 23, almost 24, 24 in a month, which is holy crap.
She's
Anyway,
like 7. Don't worry about it.
um, so 24 in a month. I am studying social work, and up until well, I guess about 3 years ago, I was doing it all via distance in my hometown at my parents' house because I could, and that was easier than commuting. However, after about the 2 year point, I literally ran out of online classes to take. Like all of the classes I needed were not offered online. So I had to move and start taking classes in person, and that is where I ran into Brian.
Yes. Oh, almost literally. Um, yeah,
Actually, I'm pretty sure I did literally run into you a couple times.
yeah. Her depth perception is not great, but we'll get into that in probably later episodes.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I guess I started university in 2008. I'm 31, so there is a bit of an age difference between the two of us,
Yeah. And
but
we try
whatever.
not to think about it because it makes us feel weird.
Yeah,
But
basically she's an entire grade school distance younger than me, which is scary. But yeah, I'm 31. I started in '08. I initially went for pre-journalism, then had some academic issues. Meanwhile, or meaning I just basically didn't care about university at the time. Fell in love with history, switched my major halfway through, so that's why it took me so long. Finished university in 2018 and currently work for a organization
Nonprofit.
that houses people with mental disabilities. So it's varying. Could be autism. Could be like any kind of. I guess there's
Like Down syndrome.
quite a few with Down syndrome. So yeah, there's an eclectic group, but they're all like even my coworkers and different things. They're all wonderful people. So it's a fun business to work at when I actually get to work there. But because of the pandemic, I have been at home since March, just doing tech stuff for them and different things like that. So
Which
general
is why we're
update.
filming over video chat. Because
Yes. We don't actually. I mean, we don't have a lot of pictures of us together, which is why we're gonna.
we really don't, which we
There's a
like should
couple.
fix that.
There's a couple, but we're gonna hire an animator. So the next time you see a video, I'm hoping you'll actually see a pretty cool, like an actual intro.
Like
of
a
what-
little intro and like a little bit of our bios even and just
Yeah,
like
something
I
like
don't know.
that. So the plan is to get on Fiverr, which is like a an app.
I didn't know we had fiber here. I thought that was a US thing.
No, you can do it here too.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure. I
Anyway,
have the
I'm
app, and
scrolling.
I have the app, and they haven't said no yet. So whatever.
So anyway, if that works out, cool. But I'm going to stop scrolling back to bios, I guess, because
Yeah.
that's what this video is.
And basically, about I guess partway through the fall semester, was it October or November?
Yeah.
You had seen me enough times to go, that guy's weird as fuck.
Well, because you were sitting in it like the first
Yes.
time I saw you.
Yes.
You were sitting in what I later learned was an entryway. I thought it was just like a little cute, like decompress room. But I learned that it's an entryway, and you were just sitting there studying. And I was like, why is there a guy alone in an entryway?
So, let me answer that question. The answer to that question, and it still rings true to this very day. I hate crowds. And by midday at university, I was usually so burnt out physically that I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I always tried to find a spot where I could go study, and there was never anything. There was never anything that was just like just zero interruptions. No matter which library I went to, there was always one person in the back coughing or doing something that would just throw my focus off. So I was like, okay, I need a place that's relatively low key, very low traffic. And I was like, for months when I first got back to university after being on academic probation, I was looking for this spot. And I was like, well, this looks like it'd be warm as hell. Because that spot in particular is like all windows.
There's a heating vent also, like
Yeah.
right by the windows, which means you get the sun and the heating vent, and it's amazing. I have since intruded on this spot, and I understand why it's amazing.
Yeah, it's quite good.
But anyway,
I basically did it because it was like, okay, it's like fucking February. And at that point, I didn't have, like, I was very, like, it's difficult for me to put on a winter jacket in with any sort of speed. And at university, there was no, I didn't have a locker, so it's not like I'm gonna, like, take my jacket off mid-class, put it back on. It just took too much time. And
at
too
that
much
point,
effort.
I don't think you could physically do it at all at that point. You learned after you met me.
I did, and I have a heated jacket now, and it's #worth. However, at the time, I was like, okay, it's fucking cold. I need a spot to study, and I also want to be warm. So I found this little room with just full of windows, and it's all this other stuff. So I go in there, and like, you just feel the heat radiate through the window. It doesn't matter the time of year.
It's so nice
Either.
until somebody opens the door, and then you're like,
Then it's
oh
really
no.
fucking cold. However,
But until somebody, like, as long as nobody opens the door, it is like a heat paradise.
It's awesome. So I understand the general thought of that's fucking weird. However, I will say don't knock until you try it. In fact, I'm still to this day finding sunbeams to just go sit in for a while. In fact, earlier today in my kitchen while I was putting dishes away, I was like, there's a sunbeam right here. It's fucking warm. We're just going to sit here for a minute and just enjoy it. Because I got nothing else to do, so hey, whatever. And
See, but back at the time period of this story, I had none of that context. I didn't know the amazingness of this
yes,
room. So I would just
I
see
was
him
just weird.
sitting
I
there
was just
studying
weird
and be
guy.
like, what? But me being the socially awkward human that talked to like 2 people in that entire school, not even at that point, I just never did anything about it. I would continually just roll by on my merry way to classes, whatever.
Mhm. Mhm. And then we fast forward to I don't know, probably about a month later, after you initially spotted me. I had 2 spots in the entire university that I considered my own. One was that glass spot. The other was a spot in a computer lab on the 6th floor of the library. Now, I'm happy this day. I'm ready to go do my work that I need to do to get things going, get things done. I'm doing alright. I go up there, and not only is the entire computer room basically full, but
I show up.
there is another person like me named who shall remain nameless. It's Shaylee, by the way. In my what I consider my spot. It's my favorite computer. It's the perfect level. It's the perfect spot to parallel into. No one can sit beside you because there's only. I mean, you could, but you'd have to like pole vault your way over top of me to get in the spot beside me. So it was great. I didn't have to talk to anyone, interact with anyone. It was awesome. So she's in there, and
Keep in mind, at this time, that was also my favorite computer lab because I had not discovered
the
another
Lutheran.
area of the school at this point that is not technically attached to the school. Anyway, at that point, that was also my favorite computer lab because hardly anybody's ever up there unless they're running a class in there. It's quiet, nobody's saying anything. It's great.
Yes, it's awesome. You can put headphones in, jam out, and do your work. It's great. Having said that, she's in there, so at that point, I'm fuming. Like, because I'm not necessarily mad at her. I'm mad at the situation because I had shit I had to get done, and now I have to go find a really awkward spot to like wiggle my chair in. I'm
And
like,
I had no plans to move because, like, I was comfy. I figured he could get around me, find another spot because I had I had,
I don't even think you saw me when I first got in there.
No, I did. I definitely did, and was like, he'll just figure it out. Because I had sat in other rows before. I figured you could do the same thing. We
No,
were
I
good.
I had done it, but like there was definitely a general preference to where I wanted to sit. So I'm rolling by her, obviously side staring daggers through her skull.
And I like kept looking over at you, like, should I move? Should I not? But like internally, I had no plans to move. I was comfy. I was set up. My flash
no,
drive that I
no,
used at the
I
time
just
was
whatever
plugged
I
in.
dealt with it. So anyway, I do my work fine, it's whatever, and I finish. Then I go downstairs, and it's near the end of the day. So I go to the building where we wait for our buses. So I'm sitting there talking to friends, and I remember this story rather vividly. Shaylee's there, chilling by herself, presumably
Also
doing,
waiting for a
yeah,
ride home.
presumably doing the same thing, whether it's city bus or paratransit, didn't matter at the time. And I remember talking to friends, and I said, "That's the bitch that stole my spot." I said those exact words because I remember being really pissed, and they were like, what did she do? I was like, well, she was in my spot before I even got up there. And they were like, it's not her fault. And I'm like, I know. It's just I have my set routine that I like,
And I ruined it.
and it got ruined. Fast forward again, to a couple more bus trips later. Now, we have a mutual friend of ours that
Who
I,
also shall remain nameless.
yes, that I regularly during that time used to ride the bus with in the morning. So we're chatting away other things, and as the conversation goes on, he mentions, "Hey, there's somebody that would like to meet you," and I'm like, "Okay."
Because,
Who are
Kay,
we
I feel
talking
like we
about?
need a little bit of context before you launch into that. Because this mutual friend I, at the time, was a little bit closer with and was like FaceTiming and whatever. And one day, just because I was curious and didn't want to talk to Brian yet, I was like, hey, who's this guy that like sits in the weird little entryway and then was also in the computer lab? So he proceeds to explain that, oh, that's actually a friend of mine. This is his name. I can like, connect you to. And I was like, sweet.
Yes. So he proceeds to do that in talking to me. So I'm like, okay, but who is this person? And so he again explains and is like, oh, it's this girl that has seen you around a couple times. So I'm like, okay, interesting, interesting. Can you send me a picture, please? Because I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. So, because I'm oblivious to the world at that point, I had no interest in anyone else and interest in ever talking to another human being.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
so he sends me a picture, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" I remember being like, "Oh, that's the girl that fucking stole my spot a week ago. What the hell is this shit?" And I was like, "Okay, well, yeah, no, I obviously seen her around." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, you should add her and talk to her a little bit." So at that point, the plan was to just add her and talk and be friends and all this other stuff. So
And then it turned into.
it turned into this thing. But yeah, it escalated from there. I messaged her that I think that morning, and
Yeah.
as we know, she doesn't get up till like noon. So I messaged her at like 8 o'clock. And being the normal person that I am, I keep refreshing my Facebook Messenger page, going, "Has she seen it yet? Does she hate me? Does she hate me?" And
And then I finally look at it probably at like 11 or noon because that's when I begin to function and go, oh, like interesting. So obviously I message him back.
yes, and then we get to talking, and then obviously we had almost immediate chemistry, and it was like we talked every day from that point forward, essentially, and here we are, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, there was a little blip in the middle.
Which we will get to
We will.
eventually if we do want to tell that
I
story.
mean, like, look, we broke up in right before basically the pandemic hit. It was
Yeah, it was like right after, like I had just, like I was in the middle of Christmas holidays still, I think. And then pandemic hit.
yeah,
And
it was like that interval between January and March is when we were going through should we stay together or should we not scenarios and different things, and we ended
yeah,
up
and there was a bunch of different like reasons behind that that I'm sure will become clear as we continue to talk more on this vlog because we are very different people. Like we have very similar driving personalities, but we're also very different people.
we are. I mean, the truth is mistakes were made on both sides. That's all I'm gonna say
Yeah,
about it. Really, it's just
but
it was nothing ever catastrophically bad. It was just
I
what
mean,
it,
it wasn't great. It was not my finest hour, but yeah, it wasn't like catastrophically like we tortured each other.
no, like I still obviously remained as though I felt something for you for a very long time after that and different things. So when the pandemic hit and we had parted ways for that at that point for a short period, but then I think it was around April and May. It was
That we
just
kind of started talking again, like because I was back with my parents again. So yeah,
yes,
it would have been around April or May.
yeah. We reconnected. I eventually just reached out because the truth is, I'll put it to you this: I'm going to talk to the people right now. Okay, hi people. This is me talking to
We're
you.
getting rather acquainted rather quickly, but
Just
go.
just this person that I do this with. I will always care about and cherish deeply, no matter where we end up, no matter where we go. So for however long we do this together, whether it's 10 episodes or 300 or however
Or
many
whatever.
long, I will always care about this person. I I love her deeply, especially at this point in time. But there will never be a point in time where uh I don't just care for her and
Yes.
value her and think she can do amazing, great things because she will. And I
And
hope.
see, sorry, I go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna just say, and like you're the type of person to actually act on that and reach out. And until you did, I had no plans on. Like I had zero plans on connecting with you again.
I know that, but I mean, as far as I was concerned at that moment in time, it was either like I sit there and be sad forever, or be bitter about it, or I just move on. And I didn't want to be bitter, so the only way I knew how to not be bitter is just bury the hatchet and just let it go. Like
And we have since buried it.
when I contacted you initially, like the second time, I had zero intentions of us
Yeah, no,
being
same.
things
I was
together.
just like, we're just gonna stay friends, and this is gonna be good because like we do understand each other. I just wasn't sure at that point if we were meant to be a couple.
And so far so good, but at the same time, like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead. That was one of the issues from the past. So
Is that we started planning too far ahead and like envisioning that like this is what our life is gonna be like, and
yeah,
it didn't
I mean, we'll
necessarily get there.
always talk about like if we ever move in together, different things. But I like the truth is, she's 23, I'm 31. So my mindset was like, okay, let's do the main stages of life. Your mindset's different than mine. That's fine. I've accepted that
Yeah,
at
like
face
mine
value.
is still very much in the I have no plans to start like where my future is gonna be. I'm gonna be happy if I survive the week.
Yeah, I think we're all there at this point, so it doesn't matter. But I just wanted to tell you guys, like, if we keep doing this and for whatever reason we don't end up being a thing again, uh, I will never have a bad thing to say about this person.
Me either.
So, I don't know, like, she always makes me laugh, makes me smile all the time. Doesn't matter what we do, I always end up laughing and having fun.
Usually because I say something ridiculously blonde and then you're like, oh my god.
I mean, it could be as simple as watching a stupid TV show and we laugh at it. So
Yes.
I don't get that with a lot of people. So near the end, when we were not a thing anymore, I missed that and valued that more than I did anything else.
Yeah.
So that's why I reached out and was like, hey, this pandemic thing sucks ass. I know we were close at one point, so we might as well at least. At that point, I was checking in on everybody because I
Yeah, at that point you were like, I'm gonna check in on all of my friends because this pandemic sucks and
and I
it's not
thought
good
I
timing.
didn't even know if we were gonna make it for a year. I thought maybe it was like we're all gonna fucking die. I don't know. So I was like, hey, how you doing? How you holding up? So it was just being friendly, and we're back at it again, as it were. So
Yeah.
I know that was
So
like a
so perfect.
long, tall drink of tangent there,
That was
but
but
I just
we just
wanted to
needed
get
to give
that.
you guys context.
I wanted to get that out of the way, because we will have episodes that are featured towards different things. So if we do this all in one big clump, you guys
Then
know,
we're good.
then you know the story. We'll keep updating you as it goes along if you want.
Yes.
Uh,
And
but
you probably will be privy to some of it. Like if something ever does come up again, we will probably turn to this as like a way to reason it out a little bit.
yeah, like the truth is, we do have varying viewpoints, but I've matured enough to realize that it doesn't matter that we're so different. That
Exactly.
it's actually a good thing because it's less boring that way. It's actually more fun. So I mean, I would have never done a vlog in a million years if it wasn't for her through that screen. So here we are. We're doing it. I'm streaming on Twitch because of her, essentially.
I mean, don't give me all the credit.
I mean, it was my idea, but at the same time, you've always like been the one to be like, "All right, go get it," and whether it's for you or me or whatever else. So I mean, here we are,
Yeah.
and so
And now that we've gotten our whole basically life story, couple story out of the way, let's do something a little bit fun, learn a little bit more about our personalities so that the people can.
okay, what do we want to do? Do we want to do the
Are
food?
we having the food argument?
Okay, here we foot. So this is how we told you about our relationship, and this is how it ends. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't care. Okay, like for backstory
We're
here.
just gonna have two separate pantries. Like whenever we go grocery shopping,
yes,
he's gonna order
it's
for
gonna be-
himself, and I'm
it's
gonna
gonna
order
be
for me.
just- So here's what's gonna happen. Okay, like okay, again, gonna talk to the people. Like my dietary choices are that of a 5-year-old. Okay?
Yes.
So, my pantry is going to look like the following. Okay? Are you ready? I'm going to list it off. It's going to be pizza, whether frozen or,
No, it's gonna be a bunch of pizza pop. Here, I'm gonna try to list off
Okay,
what's
you
gonna be in
list
your
off
pantry.
list off mine. Let's see what you can list
'Kay.
off of my pantry.
Pizza pops,
Yes.
Coke,
Yes.
probably M&Ms,
Yes.
many chips,
Yes.
and like ravioli type things.
Yes. And
What am I missing?
hey, if this lovely group would like to sponsor us, please do it. That's 2 white brownies,
For those of you that are not actually
Two
watching
white
the screen and
brownies.
watching
Two
this
white-
as a podcast,
2 white brownies. Yes, that's oh god, the cap. Oh god, it's fine.
pick that up later.
I'll
Deal
pick
with it
up.
later.
It's fine. It's fine. We do that a lot. We drop things and we're like, yeah, we can get that in 3 hours. It's good. Yeah, but
Okay,
it's
now list off what would be in my pantry.
oh god, I don't want to be wrong. Okay, I'm gonna be wrong a lot, but but here we go. So regular chips, but preference being Ruffles, can't be Lay's, gotta be Ruffles.
Yes.
Okay, now aside from that, adding to that, any berry type fruit,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes. Preferably blueberries and strawberries.
Any blueberry flavored or berry flavored sparkling water.
Yes. Currently, the love is blueberry lime.
Okay, so we'll go through phases, obviously. Copious amounts of caffeine, mostly coffee.
Yes.
Not pop, because
That gives me stomach issues. Long
it
story.
does. It does. We may get into her extensive medical history later on. I didn't mean to say it like that, but let's be frank here. Of the two,
you've
of
got
us,
some stuff too, but
I mean, of the two of us, your list is like up here. My list is like there.
yeah, I will admit that I am the more medically complicated one.
Yes, but I mean, by extension, she knows more about shit that goes wrong. So, for reference, I asked her this morning, my ear hurts. What the fuck is wrong with it?
And I had an answer.
You did, and I'm hoping it's the one with my headphones because it does actually hurt my ear. I don't know what's going on. It's just I woke up and it hurt. So
Might have to give your ear a little bit of a flush somehow, but
I tried. It hurt like hell, man. It's just
anyway, back to my pantry.
Yeah,
so
I
we've
know.
got
I'm
the
sorry.
caffeine.
Sorry. I went off a weird tangent.
Now you're good. I do that too. We squirrel a lot. We're a
Yeah.
little bit jumpy. So,
In more ways than one. We'll get to that.
but yes, okay. So we've got copious amounts of caffeine, Ruffles chips, berry things in general, berries and berry flavored things.
Sparkling water.
Yes.
Giant ass bag of M&Ms.
Yes.
Okay, good. What else we got?
I think you've hit my main staples, honestly.
Oh, there's one more. non-microwave, like in a bag popcorn.
Popcorn, yes.
Yes, in a bag.
Because I hate trying to deal with microwave popcorn living where I live. Long story.
Yes, we'll get into that too. She's got an extensive thing she can go through, and you guys can offer support. But I like microwave popcorn, but I have a readily accessible microwave as of this year, so it's quite delicious.
I do not. So
She does not. I don't even know if you're fucking allowed in the hallway. So
I don't think I am right now, honestly. Anyway.
yikes. Let's just put it this way: they're in a big ass lockdown where she lives, so
Yeah, and we are not allowed out of our little apartment rooms.
lots of old people.
So, but yes. Okay,
So-
what other like personality things can we do to like give the people a sense of who we are?
Well, okay, let me put it to you this way: we call ourselves a little bit of a big mess for a reason, because as you've seen on this episode alone, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. So it doesn't matter whether it's a vlog or podcast, whatever you want to call this, or real life, adulthood, humanhood, whatever you want to call that.
We're bad at
We
adulting.
don't know what we're doing. So that's when we decided, like, let's make fun of the weird, just mess that we are, and
Yes.
that's why we are what we are. We're a mess, and we just
We're
think
rolling with it.
we just think it's funny as hell, which is why we're doing these. Is really the crux of it. Like, I have the maturity of a 4-year-old.
I don't know if I would even give myself any like above points. Like I don't think I'm far above that, honestly.
I mean, if I can cry myself laughing to a phrase from a TV show, I mean, there's nothing I can't recover from that. Like, just maturity wise,
Okay, what maturity level would you give me?
do I have amnesty here? Like, what?
First of all, I'm not completely comprehending what amnesty means.
Like, if I say an age and I'm wrong, and I say a bad age, do I get amnesty from getting my ass kicked?
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay, let's I'll give you my background on Shaylee. How about that? So, lovely human, incredibly smart. Now let's dive deep into Shaylee here.
I mean, I will say, based on the fact that I didn't know what amnesty meant, that could be a problem. But anyway.
If you went into Shaylee's brain, you would not find the works of Shakespeare, the works of, all the higher level intellectual humans that we read books about and all this sort of stuff. You would see fluffy unicorns, clouds, pink, flowers,
And medical encyclopedias.
and then there's a small section at the back where you just, out of nowhere, is just general medical knowledge, and more than general medical knowledge that makes you go, where the fuck did that come from? And yeah,
And the answer is usually TikTok.
which again is negative points.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a truthful answer based on those facts alone, I would go no. Like, 'cause you still are incredibly smart. If we were to add like the GPA into this, there would be other factors. So again, I'm hoping for amnesty here. So I don't.
Yes. Now that I know what that means, yes, you have amnesty.
I would like not to get kicked in the balls.
Off camera.
What?
I said off camera.
We might not have another episode, guys. I might not have balls next episode. A fair and just response, in my opinion, would be the age of 15 to 17 years old.
Yeah, okay. That's
If you were
fair.
going based off personality alone.
Yes,
On
that
the
is
other
fair.
hand, if we're going the immaturity route, I would be like 4. But
No, not
like-
at all.
like if I were to rank myself, I would say mid-20s.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm still stupidly immature. However, I also
However, you are better at being an adult than I am.
occasionally, that is very, very not true, as evidenced by yesterday. But I'll tell you guys that story in a minute. Yeah, no, it's I think to be truthful, without joking, we're very close in terms of personality age. So that's
Yes.
why I think that's why we're really compatible. Is that like we can laugh at the same stupid shit, but at the same time, turn around and have an incredibly serious conversation, educated conversation, in like 2 minutes after that. So
Yeah, we had a really weird, like, we had one of those last night where we were, like, being silly and joking around, and then you were like, here's a question, and I got all deep and philosophical, and I was like, ooh.
it just popped into my head, and I was like, I'm curious, and if you guys want us to do a separate vlog series, we'll get into that. But there's a show that we both now deeply love, and it's
I've loved it for years,
it's
since
House,
probably
by
high
the way,
school.
like House MD. If you guys have seen it or are big fans, we'll do a separate series for that. Like, because my plan is to like rank, like, because we're halfway through season 6.
7.
Seven, sorry. So we're almost done, actually.
Which is gonna make me very sad. I don't want to be done.
Well, I'm just gonna go rewatch it. Don't worry about it. We're good. Um, but I'm gonna do like my ranking of my 5 favorite or top 10. We'll do top 10.
Yeah, give me 10. Like, 5 is hard. Give me 10.
We'll do 10 of my top favorite episodes after my first watch, and then Shaylee can be like, "No, you're fucking wrong, and you're stupid." Um, and here's why.
And that's honestly probably how that'll go, and I'll feel really bad about it later, but whatever.
Fine, it's fine. Like, cause then I will evolve over time as I watch the show progressively.
See, all of my favorite episodes, the problem is that all of my favorite episodes are the depressing ones, whereas you're like looking for comedic gold that appears few and far between.
It's not even that. It's just that that's the things I remember the most. Like, it's for me the depressing episodes, which is literally 98% of them. So let's be real here. I'm a very, for lack of a better term, I'm a very sensitive person. So like those episodes like kill me. My heart just like does not like it. It is like, bro, we are sad and we want to hug a teddy bear. So when I do have those little moments of comedic just like LOLness, they're gold because they come out of fucking nowhere, and I'm
And
like,
it's amazing.
it's awesome. Like, yeah. So I'm hoping that like at the end I can actually grab those little clips and explain them to you guys, because I think once I release some of these, I tried to explain it in a different episode because we're not doing these
In order.
in order. We're just doing them by feel. I tried to explain the scenes in one of the episodes, and it just doesn't.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. So I'm trying to see if we can get the clips without us getting in shit from however else. So we'll see if that materializes, so I can explain it a little better. But yeah, those little tiny little hilarious little scenes out of nowhere just slay me. Like, I am on the floor laughing. It's usually to the
Like,
point
there are
where she
times where
has
I
to
will have
pause.
to pause for a solid
Yeah.
10 minutes.
She'll have to pause before so my eyes can refocus and open because I'm laughing too hard.
Whereas I'm just like, give me all of the depressing. Give me all the feels.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's fine. Like, people watch shows for different reasons. So I think, and again, like, my types of shows are just, I I like to laugh and I like to make other people laugh, so I gravitate towards comedies.
And I can't
However,
handle comedy, which is another weird personality thing. Like, I don't very often watch comedies because they're just dumb to me. Whereas you're like, let's go.
it's I mean, to be fair, I prefer comedies with a storyline.
Yeah.
Which is why I love like How I Met Your Mother. Like, that's my favorite show of all time because there was a means to the end of the comedy, right?
Yeah.
So like you're progressively going through the show, but you're also wanting Ted to finally just woo, yeah, he finally got his wife, and then I mean, if you like that show, I could do a review of that show as well. That'll be 3 hours.
Eventually, I am watching that after we finish Cobra Kai and House.
And potentially Sue Thomas FBI.
Yes.
And potentially Switch at Birth.
I'm not making you do Switched at Birth. It's actually, of the two do Switched at Birth, Sue Thomas is more soapy and mildly Christian also, which is weird.
I mean, by no means am I a Christian, but you know my philosophy. I will try anything once. She didn't think I would like House either, and I
honestly thought you were gonna hate it. Like,
I arguably love it more than she does at the moment. So
you really, you're like, are we watching House? And I'm like, I have stuff to do.
And I'll be like, son of a bitch. then I gotta wait a couple of days. It's like, come on. I'll just low key be like, House.
And I'll be like, I know, cause school.
And it's fine, and I just sit in the corner sad. But no, it's all good. Like, it goes back to the food thing. I'm trying new things, and that includes dietary things. So it's like, it's not the end of the world if it's not my favorite thing in the world. It's a new thing for me where it's like, okay, if she loves it, I at least have to try.
And the opposite has happened a little bit. Like, you've gotten me into gaming, for sure. That's the one thing that you've tried to get me into that is stuck.
Yes. How many games do you have now?
What did we count the other day? Like 8? 9? 8,
maybe? 8. And she'll just be like, I watched this playthrough on this game and it's really fun. It looks really fun, and she'll buy it, and I'll be like, you're a gamer now.
Yeah.
Only gamers do that.
Either that, or I will watch a playthrough all the way through, because like I know for a fact that if I actually tried to play the game, it would scare me. But
like Detroit Become Human.
Yes, and also Beyond Two Souls.
You should look up Amnesia.
Nope. I've seen like little thumbnails for that. Nope.
Come on. I played that game.
Why would you subject yourself to that?
In the dark, even.
Why? Why would you? No.
No one has ever called me smart. It's just facts. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun to watch her develop, because it's all of a sudden I'll be chilling, doing my own thing, and she'll be like, what the fuck, this fucking stupid ass part? And I'll be like, LOL.
I literally made you come into Life is Strange to beat a part, because I had Googled how to beat it and I knew how to beat it. I just could not physically do it.
Yeah. That's the only roadblock we're having now with that, is just figuring out the limitations and the controller schemes and stuff, where she can actually perform most of the skills in game. But we're getting
the amount of buttons I've remapped is ridiculous.
Hey, whatever works, right? So anyway, I go into Life is Strange with no context. Like zero context.
To give the people the context, I had hit a point where like the main photography teacher character is like a psychopath and trying to kill us in this creepy like dark photo room. And there is a part where you have to like go through all the photos of previous victims that he had taken and somehow get to the lighthouse that is like a safe point. However, problem being, there are 2 versions of that teacher, one on either end of the room, and it's like a stealth section where you have to stay out of his view in order to get to the lighthouse.
Yes.
And it was a mess.
Yes. And so I jump in, and like this dude is just like constantly shining his light, and like it's not scary. It's just the aura is creepy as fuck.
It's just that it's creepy, and also it's hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it wasn't super bad, but like having
It
no
still even took you like 20 minutes though.
yeah, because I couldn't find the road where I was supposed to go. But I found it and beat the part. But like with no context, it's just like, oh, so there's creepy dude trying to
I
rape me.
know, it was terrifying to you. And I like tried to give you the context and you were just like staring at me like, what?
I was like, okay. But now we share a library, so at any point I could just come in and do Life is Strange. I just haven't.
Yes, you could go play it. It's
I
amazing.
haven't
It's
done it
so
yet.
good.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I've
But
like bought the entire series at this point. Like, and supposedly there's
yeah.
a Life is Strange 3 coming out this year, which yay.
Oh well, there you go. I won't see Shaylee for a while.
Although the problem is going to be that I found the other two after the entire game was released. But this Life is Strange 3 is going to be another episodic release, so it's going to be like a month between like episodes, and I'm going to be very sad.
Oh, that's a R.I.P. right there. Yeah. So when that happens, don't expect a lot of episodes out there, everyone.
No, you know what I'll do? I'll just do playthroughs, and then it'll be fine.
Well, I guess we could do that, or you just do your own playthroughs. Yeah, that works.
Because then I can be obsessive and also put out content.
Yes. Well, there you go. I guess the only thing we have left to really address is the overall food difference. Like we were gonna talk about that, we didn't really get into it.
Yeah, and then we squirreled. So we went over what would be in our pantries.
Yes.
So like, okay, now we need to do the thing we were doing over text the other day, where we just started yelling out random foods.
So okay, so she's really weird. Okay, ready? Are you guys ready for this? She likes Brussels sprouts.
They're so good.
Now, down below, if in the comments, can you guys explain to her how wrong she is?
Okay, I will admit
Like,
they have to have either like butter, salt, or cheese, but they're good. Like
They are not. They're fucking cabbage. They're gross. They're like Do you eat cabbage rolls?
yeah,
Oh. Oh.
I prefer lazy cabbage rolls where there's not a cabbage roll because then it's easier to cut. But
Barf.com. Ew. I might buy that domain one day just to add all your foods to it.
barf.com.
Yes. Yeah, those are two big nopsicles. For me, that is just disgusting. In fact, my dad almost every holiday we ever have tries to like sneak a Brussels sprout like behind my potatoes and gravy, just so that I'll be stabbing my fork around and then accidentally eat a Brussels sprout.
But it hasn't happened yet.
My eyes are like when I see a Brussels sprout, it is like a hawk. It's just like that is leaving my plate immediately. What's happening with that? So no, I don't do Brussels sprouts. I have weird. Okay, like listen, all right, like I have weird food things too. Okay, like I put ketchup on my steak, which freaks her the hell out because it's like, but why though? And I'm like,
Yeah, like
though.
it ruins the steak. What are you doing?
No, it doesn't. Again, down below, we're just gonna have like a big vote. Just at the end of this segment, down below, do me a favor, and just say Brian's right or Shaylee's right, and I will tally it. Because
And like in regards to what food? Like Shaylee's right, Brussels
it's
sprouts.
all food. It like overall section, pick a side, and we'll see who the winner is.
Okay.
Because if we did like individual food, we'd be here for days.
True.
So
okay, what's another major one that has come up that you're like, bro?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, let's think. You like craft dinner, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, so you're normal there. All right.
But I prefer to eat it by itself rather than with hot dogs, like what most people do.
Well, I have it with ketchup again. So what?
No, The cheese is
You
fine.
don't even like ketchup, though.
I do, just not on like things that ketchup is not supposed to be on.
Okay. Again, back to her weird things, because she has this weird thing where food isn't supposed to touch other food. that isn't associated with the other food, right? So if it's a weird combo where they have like potatoes and a piece of toast, and a little
Nope.
bit of, and a little bit
Grandma
of,
used to do that. She used to put like potatoes and a tomato on toast and then eat it, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?" Like, oh nope.
but again, tell the people separately, are those things good?
Yes.
Okay.
Separately, they're allowed to be a thing.
Okay.
Together, no.
But even if, okay, so say you're having a Sammy, right? And there's a little bit of potatoes on the side of your plate. Now, those potatoes, for whatever reason, migrate over to Sammy and touch Sammy. What happens to the Sammy after the potatoes?
As long as they don't end up in the sandwich at any point, I'm okay.
What if they are on top of the sandwich?
No.
Then we have to brush it off. See, this is
I
just
would,
an example.
I would dig the sandwich out from the bottom of the pile and then eat it.
You would brush off the potato, though.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. So, yeah. She is very OCD with that. Not allowed to be a thing.
No.
I do not give a shit. I prefer
You're
gravy.
just like it all ends up in the same place.
Yeah,
anyway.
I prefer gravy on everything, even by cream corn. Don't even talk to me about that. I know that's I just listen. Her face is gonna be the thumbnail right there, by the way. It's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be a perfect thumbnail. Don't even go there, man. Don't.
Okay, I kind of vaguely understand the gravy on peas thing, because, like, sure, they're kind of semi-close to each other, but corn?
I mean, if corn ends up in the gravy, I'm still gonna eat it.
I would eat it too, I just would not enjoy it.
No, it's still good. Like, you can put gravy on anything, and I will probably eat it.
No, but not on vegetables.
Okay, like, listen, guys. Again, back to my weird thing. I like peanut butter on pancakes. So, alone, that sounds fine, right? Sounds normal, right? A lot of people eat that. Cool. I also add syrup.
Ugh.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That's really fucking sweet, and that's probably gross. However, no. Just listen. Just give it a shot. Now, the peanut butter is warm from the pancake. You put the syrup on the peanut butter filled pancake, and the syrup melts on the peanut butter, and it is fucking delicious.
Okay. See, what might make that a little bit acceptable is that, like, do you use the peanut butter as butter? Because, like, does the peanut butter melt completely into the...
Yeah. Absolutely,
Okay, that's
yes.
less bad.
Again,
Like, so you don't put butter and then peanut butter and then...
No.
Okay.
Oh, God. What am I...
Because, see, I'll do butter and syrup, but if you're using the peanut butter as butter, then okay.
Peanut butter is the only butter that and it goes on top of my pancake. I also put, like, okay, I don't think I told Shaylee this one yet. So French toast.
I'm scared. Is it going to be worse or better than the corn and gravy thing? Because you didn't tell me that one either, and I was like,
So French toast, right?
Yes.
So, like, I love fucking French toast. However, now don't judge me. And no, I do not have syrup on this. So, I have French toast and cinnamon.
Without the syrup.
Without syrup.
How do you have French toast without the syrup? What? I don't understand. Like, you need the syrup to, like, dunk it and make it all squishy and texture in it, and then you just
Um, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of that, guys. Just where
And my occasional like half signing sentences because
I was about to mention that because there's a lot of you were signing in between those when you were asking questions.
Because I was getting passionate. Yeah. Anyway.
But cinnamon on French toast in general is absolutely amazing.
Okay, yes, amazing. That's fine, but you also need the syrup.
No, you absolutely do not.
Yeah, you do, because then it like gets all squishy, and then it just kind of like melts in your mouth and just goes down.
You don't need the syrup. You don't need it. You know, it's the same with a chocolate chip Eggo. You don't need the syrup.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You do.
Okay. Kids at home. Okay. Here's what I want you to try. All right. She's gonna mock me for this, but here's what I want you to try. I'm looking directly at you. You can see my face. If you have chocolate chip Eggos at home, and if you're American, I don't know if Eggos are a thing. So
but just chocolate chip waffles.
If they're chocolate chip waffles, here's what I want you to try. Okay. Now, you put them in the toaster. You toast them to perfection. They're nice and crispy. They're great. They pop out the toaster, and you're like, I should add butter and syrup. Instead, here's what you do, okay? You take the Eggo or waffle out of the toaster. You put it on your plate. You sit down. You then fold said waffle or Eggo like a burrito. And then you eat it.
No.
It is excellent. It is awesome.
See, I think my problem with that, though, is that I don't want the physical effort of chewing a waffle. I just want it to be squishy and, like, get squished and then just go down nicely. So and be all soft and salty.
Again, she has a very, like, sensory opinion to her foods a lot of the time.
Yeah.
If it's sensorily weird, is that a word?
Like a weird sensory thing. That's not a word.
It's a word now.
But if it's like a weird texture thing, then I usually
Shaylee no eat is really what it is. But I'm like, waffle burrito, let's fucking go, boys.
So, like, okay, I understand it if you're turning it into like an actual kind of like burrito thing, because people do that. Like they'll put other fruits and like occasionally ice cream or something into a waffle.
No, no, what are you doing now? You disgusting fruits in general. Ugh. Get out.
See, and that's another one of our
Get out. Get out. Disgusting. What?
I am going to have a pantry full of stuff for smoothies, like a whole fridge full of stuff for smoothies, because if I don't want to like actually eat something, and yet my body's like, you should probably eat something, smoothie.
No. See, I know what's going to eventually happen. If Shaylee and I ever move in together, she's going to be like, you better eat your fruits. And I'll be like...
And vegetables.
And I'll be like, no.
Vegetables are occasionally non-negotiable.
Maybe. But here's the thing. With fruits, I have very specific tastes. Now, we can go through the fruit list if you want. But, like, pineapple, hard no.
Hard, yes.
Hard no. Ugh.
I think the only fruit that we agree on is grapefruit.
Yeah, that's a man. Oh, like, okay. Again, I want to pull for this one. So, red or green grapes. Pick which is best. Okay?
Green, 100%.
No, she says green, I say red. I want the general consensus. Which one of the two are better? Thank you. That's all I'm asking. I want an answer. If she's right, I will concede, and then here's what'll happen. Whoever wins each poll. So if you guys are pro my weird waffle thing and pro my pancake thing,
the other person has to try it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Okay.
So if you vote for green grapes, I will eat green grapes.
And if you
On
agree with
vlog.
the waffle thing, I will try the waffle thing. If you agree with the corn thing, I will try the corn thing.
Or if you agree with the pancake thing. Pancake thing also has to be an option with
Yes.
the peanut butter and the syrup.
Yes. Okay. So based on results of the poll, whenever we'll give it maybe let's say a week after we upload it. So whenever we upload it, a week from that date, we will film another episode with poll results, and we'll see what we end up trying.
And then we'll go through it. And then what will happen is we will, like, when COVID is over, whenever that is, because I'm going to give these episodes some time because we are fairly new. So I'm going to leave them up for a while and then hopefully just keep promoting and you guys actually see them and you can vote and all the other things. So when COVID's over, what we'll do is we'll collect the results. We'll get a giant ass table because in her building you can go down there and use a giant ass table. We'll line everything up, and
we'll just film.
And then those that win, we will eat.
Okay, I feel like if we're gonna do this, though, we need a few more foods because we need to make an entire episode out of it.
Absolutely.
So
ketchup
foods.
and steak is also one of them.
Okay.
By the way.
What can I make you? What's another weird? Like we've got the Brussels sprouts for me already.
That's fucking weird.
And like, what else is weird to you that I eat? That
I mean, we'll have to go. Go through like some stuff that you eat. Just.
Okay, we're gonna for this experiment, we're gonna pretend I'm with my parents, where food doesn't get provided, and I have to regularly pick what I eat. Oh, I know another weird thing that I do that I went through a phase while I was at home that you were like, what?
There you go. See, she changes mid-sentence. And I don't know what's happening. What's next?
I just thought of another weird thing. So, like I said, we're gonna pretend that I'm at my parents' house for this experiment because then I have to actually pick what I want to eat in a day.
Okay, what do we got here?
The Spam sandwich thing, where you literally just butter and Spam and you're good.
Guys, I want to talk to you again. Please, do not make me fucking eat that, alright? I do not want to eat that. I have no interest in eating it. No, that is fucking gross. I will add it to the list, but if you fucking upvote this, I swear to God.
But again, it's a texture thing. It's squishy, it's salty, you're good.
Ugh. I remember that now, because that's why we got into the Monty Python Spam thing, and
yes.
And then the shit on my face on. What is the end of that one?
Yes. Anyway, okay, other foods. We're pretending we're back in my parents' house. Other foods. What else did I eat regularly? I went through a lot of weird phases. Okay, boiled eggs.
Oh. Again, guys, I hope you don't upload that, but that's...
I might also make you do yogurt and fruit together.
I'm down. That I'm down to just do. That one doesn't even need to be upvoted. I'm just willing to try it. Because in recent weeks, I have tried a pie that I had never liked in a million years and loved it. So Saskatoon pie. I don't know if people in other parts of the world know what the fuck that is.
Probably not. It's probably just a us thing.
Because I think it's just our general area has that. So
I feel like, yeah, if you go out of Saskatchewan, I feel like nobody else has that.
For reference, that's where we're from. Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just needed to stretch some things.
You need to pee too, right?
Also mildly, yes. But
figure that.
Not doing that till later because we're showering anyways, so.
That's fair. What else you got that's weird?
Okay. What else was like regular go-to? What would I just eat that was... I don't know. honestly.
Um, are you pro beets?
No. Ew.
Oh,
Gross.
thank
Ugh.
God. Oh, thank God. All right, chat.
Mm,
Here's another thing we're gonna do. Since we're doing this, I want, because we don't have a large following yet. When this goes up and when we're ready to do this, I'm gonna look down the comments, and if you have a weird ass food
yes.
that you want Shaylee and I to try, we will buy it and
And do it.
we will eat it. And I'm not talking weird shit like fucking eat a bug. I don't know. I'm not eating a fucking
But
bug.
like edible regular foods that other people would eat.
If you're from out of country or whatever, and you have a certain delicacy that you're like, yeah, try this.
Give us something.
I will try it. Absolutely. I will gag on air, live on stream, but I will try it. Um, oh,
What else would
liver and onions will not eat. So don't say it in the comments. I'm not happening. Gross. Just
I want you to try coffee the way I have coffee.
I'm not gonna be a basic bitch. Maybe. Yeah, sure, I'll try it.
No, actually, you know what? What do I regularly order? I want you to try like even like a caramel latte or something. Like the
Okay, but we're gonna do we're gonna do a personal vlog for that one, and you're gonna be with me, and I'm gonna wear a beret and a scarf, and we're gonna go to Starbucks, and
yes.
I'm gonna order a caramel latte in the most douchey voice I could
Oh,
say out
caramel
loud.
macchiato. Yes.
Okay, a caramel. I'm sorry, a caramel macchiato.
Well, it'll sound better because if you use the actual name, you get to have it sound like
Way more douchey. All right, great. I
yes.
love it. So yes, that's how we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna bring my phone. We're gonna like live
And
stream that.
we'll vlog it, and
We'll
it'll be
vlog
good.
it. And oh yeah, speaking of, before I forget, do expect personal vlogs from us in the future.
Yeah, I almost want to start daily vlogging for like a week or something, and just edit the footage together.
Yeah, we can. We might do like separate daily vlogs as a day in the life. Mine won't be interesting.
I
Just
mean, mine won't either because I'm not leaving my room.
like I don't
But
leave my gaming room at all. Like if y'all want to just see me play Rocket League, just watch my streams. Um, but it's honestly like we will give you little snippets of our day to day life and do daily vlogs and different things. If that's stuff you guys want to see, like we're gonna try and get this stuff off the ground, and if there's like enough of a push for it, we'll do that and that kind of stuff. Like we've been chatting for like an hour right now, so
yeah,
yeah, definitely daily vlogs in the future. Potentially right away. Depends on Shaylee's schedule and different things too. So
I was gonna say I almost want to attempt to film one tomorrow, just because A, I do have a thing I need to do. B, I want to see how much phone battery that would kill.
oh, so you're gonna film a daily vlog tomorrow?
I'm gonna try because A, I have stuff to do. B, phone battery.
What is the thing you need to do? Give the people some reference.
Okay, this requires context again. But for like 2 years, I was an intern at something called the Festival of Words in my hometown. And it's basically a giant festival where a bunch of authors come together to do workshops, they do readings of their work. There's a poetry slam, there's a movie night, there's a concert some of the time, depending on if we can get artists. It's a giant like 4 day spectacle of chaos, and trying to prep for it is amazing and yet torture at the same time. However, now I can obviously no longer do that because I'm not in my hometown most of the time, and it's quite frankly time to start looking for more social worky jobs. However, my bosses there liked me enough that they wanted me on the board for it. And they also want me on the programming committee. So I get to help plan the next festival indirectly.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. She's also doing a bunch of other things, but I'll let her get to that in maybe her
Yeah,
vlogs.
Yes.
Um, but she's a busy bug, and that's why I like about her, because she's always doing different things, dipping her toes. She's pretty. Honestly, guys, like I'll rip her a lot in these. I do. Like I'm really relentless with my ripping.
So am I. So it's fun.
However, she really is incredible. Like she does way more things than I ever dream of, and so she's amazing. And I hope you all love her as much as I do, because she deserves it, man. So, anyways, yeah, she'll go crazy and do a million different things, and you.
And I will attempt to daily vlog it starting tomorrow because, quite frankly, I want to see how it's going to work.
All right, well there you go. Look forward to that. She has her own channel as well, so be ready for.
Don't plug that. I
Oh,
haven't used it in
definitely
years.
go look that baby up. It is some of that material is excellent and deserves a play button in and of itself from YouTube.
Okay, I will preface this by saying that I was like 16 when I attempted it, and most of it is song covers, and I cannot handle it anymore. It's just so cringe.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to be uploading your vlogs onto that channel.
I'm not editing them myself. That's you.
Oh. Well, thanks for volunteering me, dear.
I don't know how to edit things anymore. Movie Maker doesn't exist anymore.
You could, look stuff up and learn.
You're the tech one. You're handling
yeah,
that.
I can edit it. It's fine. I'll try and make you look like good.
Like a functioning human. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. But yes, she is. Honestly, guys, check it out. She's incredible, and
Please don't.
not her page, but I just mean the new vlogs.
Yes. The new vlogs will hopefully be less cringy.
If
Maybe.
there might become a time where I secretly just put the link in the description when we get more followings to our old page. Just maybe,
I was so cringe. I'm still cringy, but at least I can kind of have a, like, I don't know what the right word is, but
well, so far words. She can have a conversation.
yes.
And she's got.
I know how to keep up a conversation with a camera now if I have to.
Yes. She's got an incredible personality. She's lots of fun, so I hope you guys like it. And
so I'm gonna try, and maybe you can try at some point, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the same day, but we could edit footage together and.
Well, I kind of do little mini vlogs on my stream, to be honest.
So maybe I'll be the more vloggy one.
Because what I do for the first half hour of my stream is I literally just talk into the camera. So it's just kind of like, for me, it's been cathartic in a way. It's it's like you're actually having some sort of human connection.
Yeah, and like that's kind of why I wanted to start daily vlogging, because I've started watching daily vloggers again, and it's like you're being invited into their house, and it's great, and I want to do it.
Well, there you go. Well,
not guaranteeing it's gonna go well, but
look forward to that in the future. We're probably just gonna eventually just have a giant umbrella full of content. The plan as we film these is to build up enough content where it's just daily uploads.
Yes.
And then it'll just be you guys.
And like most of it will probably be like daily day in the life vlogs, and then we'll do a few of these where we're together chatting on a camera for like an hour.
Yeah,
and that'll just
we'll talk about anything you guys want to. We don't really have an agenda for all these. We just kind of go by feel a lot of the time. So if you guys want us to talk about stuff specifically, just let us know.
And I'm hoping working on like more daily uploads will like kind of convince us to have motivation and like actually do things with our day.
Yes, maybe.
Knock on wood.
Whereas I'm just like, most days it's just. So yeah, that's kind of actually what I've been using my beginning of my streams for, is just venting about just general mental fatigue is the way I'd put it. Like I even talked about it last time, where it's just like I'm not a sad person. In fact, I'm very much an upbeat person to a fault. sometimes. But even for me, this whole pandemic thing is just
Yeah, it's finally starting to hit me too, where I'm like, I need to do so. I can't just sit in front of a TV screen all day and do nothing, which is what I've been doing. So I'm hoping that having an excuse to like pick up a camera and show off what I do in a day will actually make me do things in a day.
well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just like I said, I'm incredibly upbeat, and nothing ever usually bothers me. Very very rarely, and it's just this last little while, it's just been a giant fog, is the way I'd put it. I'm not sad. It's just I
But
have.
we're just like the motivation is minimal and the moving is minimal and the doing productive things is minimal. Like the scheduling blog post that I was doing earlier for a friend, and now this is the most productive thing I've done all week, aside from a board meeting last night that I barely paid attention to.
Yeah, and when this all started, well, I guess not when this all started, but a month ago, I was religiously uploading, content to my Twitch. It was every day I would be streaming, and then
and now you're not.
and it just turned into like, I looked at my last stream and it was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, damn, it just every day seems to blur together, and I just
Yeah, like
have no
nothing seems to
motivation.
change.
So it's like I don't know if it's me or if it's just the general
No,
feel
it's
for
the
life
pandemic.
right now, but I don't know. I'm tired. Um, and you'd think it'd be like for us this is normal. Not going out every day. It's just kind of a
Because
normal
it takes
occurrence.
energy to go out every day. But when you don't have at least some sort of schedule, like this is what I have to do and this is how I'm going to be productive and I'm going to go to the specific place rather than sitting in front of a computer screen all day trying to be productive. It's a little
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think we're both in a little bit of a fog. Is the only way I'd put
I'm a
it.
little bit burnt out, honestly. Like I'm yeah, but
I mean, that's kind of the words I use on my stream too. Is I'm just burnt. It's not that I'm actually tired. It's just
it's just that there is no motivation anywhere, which is why I'm hoping that picking up a camera and like documenting what I do in a day will actually like spark that motivation again a little bit.
yeah, which is entirely possible, and hopefully it does. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I want to be able to do so many different things, and I always have these things in my brain like, hey, I should stream today or do this other stuff, and I look up at the clock and it's like 8 o'clock at night, and it's all of a sudden everything's
Yeah.
it's just gone. So it's just like, well,
And like my problem is that I don't even get up till like 10 because I don't have to. And then by the time you have breakfast and by the time you have lunch, it's like half your day is gone and then you just don't feel motivated to.
do anything. Yeah. So I guess this was a different a tangent, I suppose, but it's just the general feeling, and I'm hoping the more we do these, the more motivation we both have to do different things too. But I always have fun doing these. Like it's weird, like because I love streaming. I have fun doing it, and then I'm like I should stream today, and then I'm like, and then all of a sudden,
And then I don't. Yeah, exactly.
then
And
the
like
day's just gone, and it's just like what the fuck happened?
exactly. And like even before we started, deciding on planning to film this intro thing, like before you texted the other night, I was like, you know what? I've been watching daily vlogs again. They're fun. I should like pick up a camera and do some stuff. And then I just sit in front of a laptop all day, rabbit holing YouTube, and it's not great. I will admit.
I mean, I think everybody's done that, so don't blame yourself if you're not productive. Is what I'm trying to get at. Is
But
because I think the general consensus is nobody is right now. We're all just kind of in a funk.
yeah,
But
which is fair, but it's not like ideal.
it's not ideal for anybody, but it's also not entirely understandable. So don't beat yourself up. And to be honest with you, the the reason we're doing this is to get more motivation, and
And because we're
maybe
bored, like we're incredibly bored.
it's true, we're really fucking bored. So like maybe we can start a little community and we can support each other during all this garbage until we all get vaccinated if you decide to do that.
Yes.
So
So look forward to future footage, possibly in more of a vloggy form rather than a sit-down video. But
yes, whatever suits your fancy, just do it. But it all depends for me anyway on Shaylee's schedule. Like I can do a vlog anytime.
I can't.
But she's got
I mean,
school
I
all week.
can if I'm just doing it myself, but these sort of like sit-down videos are a little bit harder to coordinate. So
Yeah, no, it's all good. But it's just yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we can do more things in the future. Some little food quizzes, some different types of challenges, different
some
things.
Q&As probably eventually.
Whatever you guys want to do, I'm all good with. I rarely say no to anything.
I
So
don't typically either, so I don't know. Whatever you want us to talk about,
yeah,
very few things are off limits.
I would like to avoid cause we're from Canada, so truth be known, we don't know a lot about. I know a lot about U.S. politics. Shaylee doesn't know a lot about U.S. politics, but if you ask about that, I will do a separate vlog for you guys on that.
And I probably just won't ever talk about politics because I don't tend to start internet fights with politics. So,
I mean, I won't fight anyone on this. I'll just give you my opinion, and you can bash me all you want. I'm just not gonna rebut. Is how that'll work. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty much an open book. There's not much. I don't have a lot to hide. I will tell you guys my mistakes over my life. I've made a few of them. So we can do that in a vlog too. Um, yeah, whatever you guys want. There's not much I'm not willing to talk about.
yeah, no, me either.
So
So,
I'm a giant fuck up most of the time. So maybe that's entertaining? Question mark? I don't know. But hopefully you guys like these, and we'll keep doing these. I could do these every day if you wanted.
yeah,
So
this could be your form of a daily vlog, whereas I'm more like, if people are going to watch a video, I need to be moving around doing things.
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's certain people you can just listen to tell a story forever, and it's good. Like I watched Ludwig Algren today just tell a story, and it was awesome. So I mean, there's different forms of entertainment,
Like, if they're
and
interesting story times, I will sit and watch them, but usually I am multitasking because I do not have that span of focus for that long.
that's fair. No, I can. There's certain people I can just listen to talk. So yeah, whatever you guys want, we're down for essentially. We'll do these together a lot of the time. Some of the time they'll be separate. You'll find me doing my separate thing probably on stream, on live if you want to catch that. Go ahead. I'll put a link in the description. Because I like the idea of you being able to ask me things directly right away while I'm
Yeah.
streaming. I like I said, I can go into just chatting on Twitch and talk to you guys about literally anything. If you're struggling with the pandemic stuff, obviously I can relate to that, so we can be buddies and all that kind of stuff. So there's many different facets you will find us doing over time. So just basically the end of this is us. We're a mess. Maybe you are too. Um,
Join us in the chaos.
let's be friends, and maybe it'll be a little bit less bad. I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to say less bad. I was gonna say maybe it'll be a bit better because we're in this together. And then I would realize I was gonna rhyme.
See, that was poetic. You should have.
And I didn't want to rhyme because I didn't want to be cheese. And then I was like, but should I go cheese? And then I didn't do cheese. And again, illustrating the mess. Here we are. So yeah, this is us. Yeah, there's not much left I have to add. Unless Jaylee, you want to add anything?
I don't think. I think you pretty much covered it all.
Cool.
hope you guys enjoy this, and if you do, let us know that so that we know what kind of stuff you like.
Yeah, like, cause I'll be sharing this throughout our social medias and different feeds and all this other stuff. And
Are we editing this at all, or are we just putting it up as is? Because I feel like we should just do one giant like intro video and then.
can I edit the?
Yeah.
Or do we want to keep the? Do we want to keep the in the?
No, get rid of the.
Oh, I think we might keep the. I might actually title the episode. What? Can I title the episode? I'll end the episode after she stops laughing. That's what,
I'm so sorry. Continue.
no, I was just gonna end the episode when you stop laughing. So I guess I was gonna hit stop record. I guess
Oh goodness.
that's what you're gonna get a lot with these kids and adults and many others.
We're not adults.
Well, I assume adults will be watching this. That's what you're gonna
Yes.
get with these is me saying something stupid. Her either rolling her eyes or laughing
Or
hysterically,
absolutely losing it.
depending on how tired she is. There's no in between. It's based on fatigue and fatigue alone. I'm not actually that funny.
I will admit I'm a little bit tired because I was FaceTiming a friend for like 2 hours doing business stuff with her for that. So I'm a little tired, which is probably why I just lost it.
Yeah, I'm not even that funny. See, it's in general because she says I'm funny, but the truth is it's mostly eye rolls. If we're being honest, it's mostly eye rolls. But yeah, we'll probably just fire this baby out, honestly, and call it intro. And we'll both share it on our socials, and
Hopefully people like it.
hopefully people watch it and enjoy it, and this will be uncut, unedited us. And if you have any recommendations or think it's garbage, either way, tell us.
Yes.
Because if you think it's garbage, then we'll just not do it. So or get better. There's one or one.
Let's go get better. I like the idea of getting better.
I mean, yeah. If there's anything we can improve on, just let us know. So.
Because I do want to start doing this more. Like, I watch other people do it, and I'm like, that looks like fun. But also, I feel like our lives aren't always that interesting. So please tell us the interesting things that we can discuss.
Yeah,
and then-
whatever you want us to discuss or do, just let us know. Because we're new to this. We're very raw, obviously.
We are uncut, unedited chaos at the moment, but we will get better. Just stick with us, promise.
Yeah, and just if you want to hang out with us, let us know, and we'll especially now because like we don't have a following. So if you're
Yeah, no, we need entertainment. So
Yes.
this is our form of entertainment. Please give it back to us.
yes, we haven't actually seen each other in like a year,
A year.
so a little over that actually.
Mm-hmm. So
We used to be each other's form of entertainment, and don't make it weird. I'm talking to Chad. That's not what I meant. We used to laugh with each other in person. Okay.
regularly, like at least once a week. And
you
now we
immature
can't,
children.
obviously.
I mean I love you, but not. I mean I love Shaylee too, but like
I feel like that one was more directed to the people.
it was.
Um,
But I was not going for dirty there, kids.
No.
Okay.
and we are gonna try really hard not to be dirty.
Says you. Inadvertently, it's just gonna happen.
Okay, we gotta keep it like PG-13 though.
Well, yeah, but we've already crossed that bar. I've said like 8 swear words.
Yeah, I have actually stuck to my thing of not swearing through this entire thing, except for the one at the very beginning.
Well, I'm always gonna swear, so I'm sorry. It's just gonna be a thing. Yeah, I think that's good for today.
Yes.
We filmed for an hour and a half.
We need a little bit of an outro though. Like every single vlog ever has some sort of like bye, see you whenever. We need a that.
We needed that. Is that our outro? We needed that.
We could just like cut the footage and then cut to that and be like
Every single vlog has an outro. We needed that. Tell us what our that is.
yeah, honestly, give us like what would you want to be like? I don't know. The one I watch regularly is "As Always, We Will See You Tomorrow," but I don't want to like steal that.
No. We don't know if we're gonna see them tomorrow. We could see them tomorrow. I don't know. What best fits our personality?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I really don't. Like, our whole thing is a little bit of a big mess. So, is there something we could play on that?
I don't know. We could just be like, "Hope you enjoyed the mess" or something like that, and see you when we see you.
I mean, that could be a thing, yeah.
I don't know.
We're still filming, by the way. This is all uncut, unedited.
Oh no. Oh god.
Unedited. Near the end, we try and find out our outro.
We don't have an outro. I think we just need to like cut the footage where you started saying goodbye and then cut to this and like
maybe that would require me editing. If we wanted me to edit.
I don't know. We need a little quick, little cute outro. I just don't.
Well, every vlogger I've ever listened to, which is like one, always says, click like if you like this video, subscribe if you really like it, tell all your friends, and then there's a thing at the end. And then I'm like, oh, it's over, and I'm sad.
Yeah, we need a thing.
We need a thing at the end.
I don't know. Mr. Mobile always goes like, stay home, stay safe, and stay mobile, my friend. Like, but that's his whole brand. We don't have a brand.
We don't have a brand, so how can we have an outro if we don't have a brand? I think our outro at every point is just gonna be different. It's gonna be different, like fuck off. One outro. Love you, bye. Okay.
Until we figure out an outro, like, subscribe, and we will see you when we see you.
I mean, yes. If we ever have an outro. It could just be until we figure out an outro forever. It's just, I mean, like, that could be just the outro. Until we figure out an outro. See you, love you, bye. I don't know. I'm low key just still filming in case something genius comes up, but I don't know.
Low key still filming.
Low key still trucking it. Written an hour, 33 minutes, and 34 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't know what our outro is, so like I said, like, subscribe, and see you soon, I guess.
I mean, that works. That tracks. I mean, in my opinion, here's what our outro should be. Here we go. Our outro should be, we don't know what we're doing. Maybe you don't either, but let's be friends. See you tomorrow.
I like that.
You don't mind it? Alright.
I don't mind it. I mean, it probably wouldn't work for the more like daily vlogs, but for like this type of sit down video, that could be, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you're gonna have to come up with your own outro for your own.
I know, because you already do the vlogging thing on your streams but so I'm gonna be the one doing that. Yeah, so I need an outro for that, but I will figure that out separately. But yes, we still don't know what we're doing. You probably don't either. Let's hang out.
We don't know what we're doing. You probably don't either. So let's be friends. Like and subscribe. See you tomorrow, kids.